Hello, I'm Xochitl Mora. I'm coming to you on 1300 here at McAllen City Hall. We are here with our McAllen City Manager, Mr. Roy Rodriguez, talking to us about the City of McAllen's response to the COVID-19. Mr. Rodriguez, what happened today? Can you tell us what happened today?
Sure. So today we issued a new order that was executed by Mayor Jim Darling that became more restrictive than the order that we adopted just a few days ago. And so throughout this situation, we have attempted to be consistent with what the state of Texas and the federal government through their CDC has recommended. And so we were trying to provide balance between ensuring that we were providing our public with the best health and safety measures possible, and balancing that with doing everything that we could for our small businesses and others here in McAllen. And so today, the governor of Texas issued a declaration, and which we thought was going to happen sooner rather than later. And so we had already prepared an order for our mayor to go into more restrictive measures. However, with the declaration from the state, we decided to mirror many of the things that the governor is recommending for the state. And in addition to that, the mayor felt it necessary for us to do a few additional things that sound very, very prudent, and that I hope that the community understands is for their best interest and for their health.
So the public may be a little bit confused. Sometimes these orders are difficult to understand for the average citizen. Can you tell us some of the high points that the average citizen should be aware of?
Yeah, well, the high points, make it difficult. It gives us an idea of the kinds of changes that we're going to have to make in our lives. So first of all, the mass gathering number that just, 10 days ago was 1,000 is now 10. And so that's dramatic, for any community. And the biggest highlights are the fact that restaurants will be closed to dine in. We are encouraging all of our restaurants and our citizens to please frequent our restaurants, our local establishments, and go for takeout or delivery. Same thing with bars. Bars have been basically closed throughout the state of Texas, and the order that the mayor issued mirrors that. And so it's unfortunate. It is what we were trying to avoid in order to keep our community working, but we've gotten to the point where we believe that these very tight restrictions will help slow down this virus and maybe stop it.
So there are some other restrictions that the public may also need to be aware of, such as the restrictions to our mass transit systems.
Right. The mass transit will be, capacity will be reduced by 50%. We are initiating some hygiene procedures that will be done multiple times a day at every station and in every bus. We will also have other prohibitions that are important that the community realize. But on the other hand, we are still working. Our parks are open, our trails are open, the international bridges continue to operate. And so we want our citizens to be able to go out into nature and, let go of some of that stress. I want to highlight, though, that in our parks, we are asking our citizens to do it for short time periods, also not to gather in more than 10. And we are, in fact, closing our restrooms for many reasons, but also because we want them to just go spend time, go exercise, say, for an hour, and then go back home.
And so we've seen a lot of different information out there, but the City of McAllen and our McAllen Public Utility deliver great service. Can we talk about our water system?
Yes, it's something that we just take for granted. For those of us that use potable water from the tap, like me, we just take it for granted. And I can assure you, one, as your city manager, two, as an engineer, and three, as the former general manager of the McAllen Public Utility, that the MPU provides some of the best water in the state of Texas. And so it pains me a little bit to watch what's going on in our stores. People are lining up for certain, commodities, including water. And this is not a water crisis by no stretch of the imagination. First of all, the virus is not transmitted through drinking water. Our systems actually are designed to kill viruses, pathogens, and any type of vector that is in the water. And so that wouldn't even happen. And so we urge people to use our tap water. Trucks are having to be used, semi-tractor trailers up and down the state to bring water to the valley, which obviously is essential, but is just not a water emergency. And so those trucks could be used for other necessities, drugs, medicine, food, things for babies that are very scarce nowadays. So we urge our citizens to just calm down. This is serious. This is very, very serious. But it is not a water emergency. And so we need their help. We need them to step back and allow the market to do what it has to do so they can bring the very necessities that you and I need.
Is there any other advice that you would like to give our citizens who are maybe just a little bit confused and not have all the information or understand it completely?
Well, you know, as I just said, this is obviously a very serious matter, but one that we can, to a certain extent, control. You know, if you provide your family with the right hygiene for yourself, keep yourself at home or at work, and limit the amount of time that you spend elsewhere and visiting. We love socializing in the Rio Grande Valley. We love being with our family. We love the hugs and the kisses, and we understand that. But if you look at the statistics that are going on right now, this thing is spreading very quickly. And I think that the measures that are being instituted by the federal government, the state, and our city and the region, really the whole region is doing this, it's going to have an impact. And we got to give it time. We have to be patient, and we have to be good to each other.
Is there any other advice you would like to give our citizens right now?
You know, do what you always do. You know, be a good neighbor. Take care of your family. You know, spend time with your family right now with your kids. We have all of the kids at home from all of the school districts. Maybe it's that special time that we can use to do what's important. And at the same time, that helps us combat what we're dealing with. We want our citizens to know that we're going to be out here every day. This is what we do, whether it's a virus, which I have never experienced before in my 30-plus years of public service, or a hurricane. You know, we ensure that our families are safe, and then we come and we do our job. And our job is to protect the community, and that's what we're here to do.
Okay, so we want to thank everyone for watching today, and to continue to watch MCN 1300 right here on Spectrum Cable, and to follow the City of McAllen either on social media or our website for the most accurate and up-to-date information to the pandemic of the COVID-19 and the City of McAllen's response to make sure that our citizens are kept safe and healthy, as well as our employees. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Our team. Stories that count from people who care.